Hello, I hope that you are doing great. Today we are going to cover the material in chapter 13, in which basically we are going to learn how to move information from the server to the browser. And to do this, we are going to use a package that is called JSON. Let's move on. In this first video, basically what we are going to do is to transform a Python dictionary into a JSON string, because basically the information is always moving from the server to the browser in a form of a string. Then we have to create a dictionary, and it's going to be welcome to Bergen. Okay, this is the dictionary that we have created, and now what we are going to do is we are going to transform this into a JSON string, and basically we have to use JSON.dumps and the dictionary. And here basically now what we can do is to print it. Print equivalent JSON string of input dictionary. Here we print the JSON string. JSON string, okay? We save this. Now if we go to the terminal, we go to place these things together in such a way that we can watch everything. Now for example, if we type Python JSON dumps boilerplate.py, basically here we have the dictionary. Is basically this is the information that we have. We have transformed a Python dictionary into a JSON string. If we type, for example, here we can print type JSON string, for example, JSON string, and we save it, and here we clear this and we run this again. We have that this JSON string is a class of a string. That is precisely what we want, because we want to have a string that we can pass from the server to the browser. If we want to add more functionalities here, for example, imagine that here we have instead of a dictionary we have a tuple here. If in this key, for example, instead of have a simple key, we have a tuple of numbers. This is going to give us a mistake because this is not a proper dictionary. Then to avoid that problem, if we type here, for example, skipkeys equal true, and we save it, and now we clear here and we execute it again. JSON string, is not here what I have. Is basically, yeah, we have to put that to pass this information, Control X, but was it here? This is the right place to pass the information. Control save, otherwise we have this mistake. We have an error basically. And to avoid that error, if we pass this, this is dictionary. Save it. I'm going to clear That error that we have is precisely because the error that we have is precisely because we don't have a proper dictionary. Before we have 1, 2, 3, and then when we try to transform this into a JSON string, we have a mistake. To avoid that is basically we have to introduce a skipped keys equal to true, and then in that case we can create a string. Now imagine we want to add, for example, other functionalities to this. Imagine that now, for example, we introduce here a float number for equal float, not a number. And we also want to print this. Here basically we can do this, allow not a number equal to true. And we save it. Now if we do this, then basically here we also print this number. The last thing that I would like to do is basically to introduce an indent in case that we want to plot this in a different way. Indent equal to 4, for example. 4. Save it. And then basically what we do is to plot this in a different way, basically. Okay, this concludes this first video, in which basically what we have learned is to transform a dictionary in Python into a JSON string. Because when we move information from the server to the browser, we always move that information as a string, and then we have to use the JSON.dumps to transform that information from a dictionary, a Python dictionary, into a JSON string. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. See you in the next video.